pleasure today to show you this 1966 TF21 Saloon. This really is the last of the line for Alvis. This was the they made 106 of these. This one from the chassis number is about halfway along that, and they were the most powerful car Alvis made, and sadly the last production model. So it was really the end of an era and a sad time for the motoring world. This particular car was built as it looks now in dark blue with blue leather and grey headlining. I think it's actually grey leather now, to be honest. Completed on the 26th of April 1966, it went to Grosvenor Garage Limited and then to its first owner, Richard Gaskell of Herefordshire. The next owner lived in Youngstown, USA, having purchased the car in England in the mid-1980s. It was then sold to John Shields of Potomac before going on display in the Classic Car Museum, from where it was purchased by the present owner in the States, and his father used to work at the Alvis at the time that these cars were being built. From our records, it would seem to have been rebuilt in the States in 1993 and probably once again shortly after 2019, where Mrs. Shields said her husband bought it in pieces and reassembled and restored it. From our correspondence files, we note it had some work under its original guarantee, including a radiator grille, and in 1968 a Kenlow fan was fitted. The current owner purchased the car in 2021 and has improved it with some mechanical work, a record radiator, new fuel pump, ignition, and the car's had a recent service. People often ask us about the differences between the TE and the TF. Well, the most obvious difference is on the dashboard, where there is a pod or binnacle in front of the driver. Mechanical differences include valve springs, valves, cam profile, the compression ratio was upped, and of course the triple SU carburetors mounted on a water-cooled manifold. There are other changes, including a lighter ZF gearbox being used. The power output increased to 154 brake horsepower, which was approximately 15% up on the TE. So we have a more powerful Alvis, the last of its era, the ultimate Alvis. Not many of these were made, and there are far fewer coming onto the market. So this represents a good opportunity to purchase this attractive example, which as usual can be viewed here in Kenilworth by prior telephone appointment. Just show you the engine on this one, which is the usual straight 6 2993cc engine. As I mentioned before, it has been tweaked a little bit here and there. You notice the triple SU carburetors on the water-cooled manifold, and this car was putting out about 150 brake horsepower. I've read 154 somewhere, and was capable of 120 miles an hour. And of course, you got this unit mated to the later ZF gearbox, which is quite an improvement on some of the earlier ones.